sound
of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through
all
my hopes and
links here.
fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen
I
now.
gotta open up a few more tabs,
Every morning I wake up to the
and then I'll be
sound
right
of the
there.
trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading
Morning,
bell.
Scott.
My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes
I
and
got everything
fears.
up. I got everything up and running. on our new baby grand piano. You're hearing the theme song on the new baby grand piano that's in my house. It used to be just a keyboard, if you were wondering. Now it's full on baby grand. What kind is it? Steinway? Yeah, it's a Steinway. Yeah. Are you going to the gym? Look at you, all decked out in your gym wear. Bye. Have fun.
Yeah.
Take Penny to the spa with you. She needs it. Morning, Wendy. Wendy, I hope you got into all those. I think you did get into all those. Office hours, by the way, anybody wondering, with the paid newsletter, I don't have it updated like what you get and stuff with the paid newsletter, but I am doing office hours just like last week. And I will do the office hours tomorrow, I think at 9 a.m. The biggest news is that we have, let's see, where is it? We have the top stocks tomorrow at 12 p.m. So even if you're not a paid newsletter subscriber, my suggestion is to go over to Linktree, okay? Go to this the fourth option. This fourth one, I can't go to it because it'll just open up because I'm logged in. But go to this fourth option right here and sign up for a free 7-day trial and then attend this. Because this is between me and you. Okay, personal right here. The 2023 gains have gained 184%. The 2024 picks are up 324%. The S&P 500 is up 47%, and the 2025 list is up 50% compared to the S&P's 16%. So you want to outperform? This is it. I mean, Steve Kress is going to go over one by one the top 10 stocks. That's all he does at the beginning of each year. And I just read you the percentage gains. So there is no reason not to sign up for a free 7-day trial. Again, go and use Seeking Alpha for 7 days. Attend this event. I'm going to go more into that in the podcast as well. But it's crazy. To me, the tens of thousands of people that will listen to this, and they're not going to listen to this one, but the podcast, it makes no sense to me why everybody will tune into me from time to time. You know, I know not everybody listens to every episode. There's about, I think, 2,000, 2,500, something like diehards that listen every freaking day. But the other ones that just kind of tune in every now and then, those are the douchebags that I'm talking to. Those are the douchebags that should absolutely be signing up for the free 7-day trial if you are not already a subscriber to Seeking Alpha. So, okay, we have 6 people in here right now. I am going off to 6 people. I lost a lot of audience in November and December. I don't care. I mean, you know, if again, there's tens of thousands of people that listen, so. But it is down by hundreds on the daily listens. So, Penny, hey, no, that's just a bird. Okay. She's going to be in rare form because her best friend is leaving to go to the gym. MK is leaving to go to the gym. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I mean, Taiwan Semi's up 2%. Oil trader. The beginning notes of my podcast, just so you know, when I go and record it, I am not an oil or minerals guy, so I won't be giving a ton of guidance, as X is filled with suggestions. And I think everybody by now that listens to me on a daily basis, if you're new, maybe you don't know about my tools. Maybe I'll share, you know, the tools that I have. But at the very least, you should have tools that evaluate every single one of your investments. And I'll tell you, the biggest thing that I'll tell you, and I'll go over this, is SCO. Okay? It's a triple leveraged oil futures. And let's just go to a 5-minute chart because oil is kind of going up, going down. This is a short. Okay? It trades in coincidence with UCO. Let me just get out of the strategy tester. So it trades in coincidence with UCO, which will go to a 5-minute. Let me just hit 5 minutes and then after hours. So you can see it's all over the place. When the market opens up, this should give you a good idea of which one you want to trade. So YBC, if you've got an oil trade in your DNA, say you woke up this morning, and you had, you know, your little Willie was twitching, and it's going, you know, oh, oil. You can go to UCO or SCO. Pick your bet. I mean, this is essentially like a triple leveraged prediction market. Is oil going to go up? Is oil going to go down? And I'll tell you, if you look at these and you look at, this is UCO. I said sell here. Again, it has not been a good triple leveraged ETF on UCO. But if you go to the opposite, because we know Trump wants lower gas prices. Well, this one, again, you're going to get killed out on this one, you know, just based on the fees and the decay of the asset. But if you bought this in May of 2022, okay, you haven't lost any money. You haven't made any money, but you haven't lost any money. And I think that's a key point with oil, is with the glut. My guess, if I were still day trading on this one, I would be waiting for the open of the market and I would be looking at the pre-market lows of, let's see, the pre-market low right now. It looks like about $19.40. And I would be looking at that as the low. We're at 8, wait till 8:30. And then when 8:30 opens up and a little bit more commodity trading starts and you start getting that kind of stuff, I think that's when you could look at this one. But again, I'm not a materials guy. I'm not an oil guy. I am simply a douche on the internet. So, but that, during COVID, good morning, Camilo. COVID was the last time I actively traded those two. Good God, it was great. Now, I lost my fucking shirt because the way I traded that was part of a learning experience where in April of 2020, oil was down to $12 per barrel, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I thought, well, when it gets down to 5, I should really start low. I bought at 12 that when it was at $12 per barrel. I bought when it was $5 per barrel. And when it got down to like $3 per barrel, I was like, I should really go all in because the downside isn't that much. And so I compounded my losses. Well, we learned that oil can actually go negative because they had to pay to store that oil. So I am not trading oil. I am not in oil. I like Exxon. I like stuff like that. I like Chevron. I like MPLX is my energy one. I think that's more natural gas than it is oil. Baker Hughes, I think, is the largest gainer in the S&P right now in pre-market. So you've got a lot of choices out there. In fact, Exxon has gone, I think I broke down a couple of these. Exxon is at over that 120. We talked about that 120. Look at Friday's pullback. Friday's low 119. Boy, if that's not support right there, and I didn't put that there, that has been there for a very long time. Because why? Because that's where it hit back in February of 2023. So if that's actually support now, boy, you have got an opportunity to get into Exxon, and it's cheap. I mean, these oil stocks, Chevron and Exxon, let me go XOM. They're cheap. I mean, their valuation, 17 times forward earnings when the S&P's at like 24, 25, somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, if you're looking for the number one, it's Senvia, CVE. And in pre-market, that one's actually down 4.2%. So I don't even know the difference between the two, but good morning, Irene. Tell Irene I say I miss soccer. I miss my MLS folks. Tell her I say that. In fact, I saw on my Facebook thing, Bethany popped up as like a suggested friend. I don't add people on social media because I'm never on social media. I mean, what did I post? Like 6 times last year or something? I post stories, but it's all boring. My life is not exciting. Silver's up 3%. It was up like 7%. So we're seeing a little pullback. You're seeing the market come back down. Okay, let me get back to QQQ, and then I'm going to record the podcast. Because nobody's joining. Nobody joins in. Everybody joins in around 8:30 or so. And let me get into the podcast so that the hate people can come on and start bitching and complaining. Okay. Oh. Good morning. It is Monday, January 5th. let's just, I'm going to start out with Venezuela, and we'll go over all of that stuff. We'll go over the 2026 daily stock pick playbook. This is a playbook for you. And we'll do the 2025 recap, because there's a couple of things that you can learn from some very smart people that I've actually read this weekend. 2026 volatility, we'll go over. I have a double leveraged daily ETF on one of the hottest stocks around that's up near 50% since December 19th, both of them. I've got two of them for you. We'll go over AI trading, because Grok, all of a sudden Grok is the leading AI trader. Watch lists as a hidden skill. I will go over the pro quant portfolio, just an overview for you. And we'll go over a couple of other things, the top income names for 2026 from JP Morgan, so a couple of other things. But I want to first start out by saying I thought that the FIFA Peace Prize actually meant something. I thought this was a long abiding tradition of peace. And to know that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I forget how long, to know, does the Peace Prize get pulled back for this? And I don't want to get into political stuff. You'll see it on the screen what I'm talking about. But the medal that was given for the Peace Prize and then invading a country. Now, I won't get into political stuff, because, you know, what he actually did was pretty good, to be honest with you. I was pretty happy as I talked to my Venezuelan friends about what actually happened. But it is what it is. You'll see a bunch of posts about opportunity with the Venezuelan invasion that happened and subsequent takeover by the U.S. But realize this. This was not about ousting a dictator, even though it happened and it's good. It's about oil. It's about minerals. It's about pushing China. And the political risk that they are taking is that China won't take this opportunity to actually go in and invade Taiwan. You're hearing a lot of noise out of Taiwan. That is Buffett's biggest fear, as he said last year, and why he pulled out of Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM stock, at like 90. It's over 300 right now. It was one of his biggest things. So again, just understand, that's what he's going after. And while oil falls, some of these American stocks like Exxon, like Chevron, go and look at those, and we'll bring those up later. I will tell you, okay, oil is falling. The UCO, SCO trade, and if you didn't know, UCO is a triple leveraged ETF on the future of oil, and you can trade that, and SCO is the short version. So you can trade them against each other. You can find a strategy that actually works with something like this, but you can trade that. I am not a minerals guy. I am not an oil guy. So I will not be giving you a ton of guidance, because X and all of the other social media platforms are filled with guidance and suggestions. You should have the right tools so that you can adjust and you can look at those opportunities. Are they opportunities? Like I had pointed out well before this, that Exxon, where'd that horizontal line at 119.63, which ironically was the exact low on Friday. The exact low on Friday. As we pushed above it, we pulled back. What does that indicate? That indicates support. Now, is it absolute support? No, but it indicates support at that level. And where did that 119.63 come from? Let's pull back right here, okay? Right here on Exxon. It was February 6th, 2023. And the high was 119.63. You can see that was the start of this forward trade. That was 3 years ago nearly. And we haven't gone above that price. So charts are important to understand. Now, if you want to, I will tell you this one. If you want to follow, these are the oil stocks that are up, by the way. Chevron, 11%. Valero, up 11%. ConocoPhillips, 10%. Marathon, 10%. You're seeing all of those go up. Why? because they're going to have the opportunity to get more supply at a cheaper price. And Trump has said they will be backed by the U.S. government going in there. Now, I will tell you, the people that I trust on oil and energy, Brian Sullivan of CNBC. The guy has been just a masterclass on how to play energy. He is fantastic. Oil prices aren't moving because there's plenty of oil in inventory. No one I've spoken with today expects a big change in Venezuelan oil output anytime soon. That was yesterday, okay, at 7 p.m. And yet the market is taking off and adding to these stocks. Do you want to buy in? That's up to you. I have my strategy for 2026, and oil is not necessarily a part of it. Energy is. But is oil? Maybe it becomes part of it. And Steve Grasso, he's right. The way I see this, USA isn't taking over $300 billion barrels of Venezuelan reserves. President Trump will greenlight Exxon and Conoco contracts, settle suits, and rebuild PDVSAs. I have no idea what that is, but clearly this will also benefit XOM, CVX, COP, and should knock the legs out of the WTI crude price. The market always knows everything, and that's why recently energy stocks traded up as oil came in. I expect a further extension of this. I've mentioned my belief that oil is heading below 50, and I believe the same thing. I can see a scenario where it ultimately goes to 35 or 40. That would indicate SCO, the short on oil. So you have to figure out these types of things, and these are the plays that you do. But by the time you figure it out, the market has it priced in. The market knew Trump was going to invade Venezuela. It had run up XLE. XLE and all of this had run up. Nobody knew why. Okay, the 4-hour algorithm got you in at 44. You're at 45, 65. In pre-market, you're at 47. That's almost a 10% move from just the end of last year. And again, we're at January 5th. But it's clear the market knew it. And Steve puts it well. The market knew that this was going to happen. Now, 2026, the playbook. Let's talk about this. Because what are your thoughts on this one? This is an interesting discussion. Because, again, Ben Carlson points it out. And I just copy and pasted that thing. You can go and watch that clip. It's a great clip. But here's the all-time highs every year this decade. Okay? 2020, we had 32. If you don't remember 2020, it was worse than Liberation Day. If you're new to the market, 2020, within a month, you were down like 30 or 40%. I retired in January of 2020. I lost almost 40% of my portfolio. And it came back because you saw in 2020, 32 new all-time highs. Okay, 2021, even better. You saw 70 new all-time highs. Okay, all-time highs lead to all-time highs. Remember, all-time highs lead to all-time highs. In 2022, when the Fed was raising rates, you only saw one. Clear as day. It was a trader's market. It wasn't an investing market, but you wanted to buy. And in 2023, you saw none. But I made a ton of money in 2023. Why? Trading. And you had the ability to actually start investing. Because 2024, boom, 57 new all-time highs. 2025, boom, 38 all-time highs. Now, what will 2026 have for all-time highs? You can go and look at VOO and take a look at a weekly chart. Do we start to put in new all-time highs? Or do we take something like a trajectory of Liberation Day and then up? This would be my projection. My projection is that we see new all-time highs during this year, but we also see 15 to 20% pullbacks. I like that prediction. And so you're going to need tools. You're going to need things like the Catalyst Watch, which tells you and sets you up for the week. like the Consumer Electronics Show is going on right now in Vegas, and you will have keynote speeches from NVIDIA and AMD. You will have new technologies being announced. You will have a crazy week with Vegas announcements. But the best announcement this week is going to be Steve Kress's top stock picks, okay? Now I'm going to give you a framework because 2023, the picks are up 184%. 2024, the picks are up 324%. And during the S&P, it's up 47%. The 2025 list was up more than 50%. He's giving you 10 stocks, okay? It's literally a Zoom meeting that you get on and you write these down. And then you can find a strategy like the 4-hour algorithm to try and trade those in. Let me give you an idea. Uber at $81. Is that a great play? Maybe. Who knows? But if Steve picks Uber as one of the plays, you damn well know I'm going to be buying that on the 4-hour algorithm. And again, this is tomorrow at 12 p.m. noontime. How do you get this? Well, you don't even have to spend money, okay? Say you're not a Seeking. If you are a Seeking Alpha subscriber, just go up to the top of your list and just join it. Go and register for it. If you are not a Seeking Alpha subscriber, okay? Let me give you a tip. There is a link that is on the screen right now, linktr.ee/daily stock pick. Okay, don't be the douchebag who commented, I'm hearing about Linktree. I downloaded the app and all it's doing is asking me to actually. No, it's not an app, douchebag. It's a place to get every link for my podcast. Okay, and the fourth link right here, Seeking Alpha Premium exclusive offer. You get a free 7-day trial. So sign up today, okay? And then register for the top stocks. Keep it just till like 1 p.m. tomorrow after you get the 10 picks and then cancel it, or keep it until Wednesday. Use the tools that are in front of you. And this Seeking Alpha, it is such a great tool. An amazing, amazing tool. And again, one of my favorites is this Catalyst Watch because it sets up the entire week. And it tells me what stocks may be moving, what I should be watching for as far as economic data, what earnings might be coming out. Caterpillar will be the spotlight at CES on Wednesday. Caterpillar was the top Dow stock last year. As the management team gives a presentation on industrial technology, could it go soaring? Potentially. Potentially. And if you like premium, okay? Say you like premium. Get the bundle because Alpha Picks, we got a new Alpha Pick on Friday, okay? And I wasn't there for this. I wasn't live for this. It was a large cap stock. And FYI, it's a gold and copper mining stock. It's a large cap, about $6 billion. So what's the quant telling you? The quant is telling you that maybe gold and other materials like copper may be going for another run. And the quant has a funny way of being able to predict the future. It's done really well in the past. And you can read about the quant, go and ask AI about the Seeking Alpha quant, go and ask any of the AI metrics on the Seeking Alpha quant. It's a good one. And Alpha Picks, let me just find it. Alpha Picks, data-driven performance. You can't see this in the thing. Let me just close this and see if you can see this. Okay. Starting off 2026 right, there's $50 off the Alpha Picks. You can see the Alpha Picks is up 270%, while the S&P is up 80%. The graphics, it's behind my head, so I got to do with that. But you save $50 off if you want to sign up for Alpha Picks. Now, in the Linktree, again, Linktree is for the links in my podcast. It's not a tool that you download. It's just a website that hosts all the links that are included in everything that I go over. Okay, the second link is the bundle. And this is premium and Alpha Picks, and you save over $150 when you sign up. And again, you get the most recent Alpha Pick. So I want to go over this one. This is what the market felt like. And if you can't hear this, I'm not going to do this because this is copyright. But again, this little clip right here, Bitcoin minus 5%, then you get to actual gold and silver. And you hear the angelic voice, the angel of last year. It's silver. I'll quote from Warren Buffett. I'll quote it again. If you're not willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. That's the key. And that's why I don't own silver. That's why I don't own a bunch of gold. That's why I don't own things. Okay? In evaluating the investing success, look at your percentage wins versus an index like the S&P. And here is every year return for the S&P. 2025, 17.9. But I am in this for the long haul. This is why I buy and hold VOO. This is why I buy and hold QQQ. This is why I buy and hold Apple. This is why I buy and hold Google. Okay? The years that it's up far outweigh the years that it's down. Are you always going to optimize? I got a question about, I thought all the tools that you had would have made you more than 11%. Let me just give you an idea, okay? If I have $10 million in the bank and I make an 11% return, that's $1 million. There is a far difference between risking $100,000 when you have $100,000 and risking $10 million, because your life going from $100,000 net worth down to $10,000 net worth, it's not that much different. Again, if you're a saver, if you're a minimalist, again, it's not that much different. Your safety net might feel a little bit different, but it's not that much different. Going from $10 million down to $1 million, that's a life-changing difference. So making 11% while the market is up 17%, I'm perfectly happy with. And I believe that the tools that I have got me there. Had I not had these tools, I could have made more. I could have made less. I won't ever know. But the reality is it puts me in a space where I am able to optimize performance. So let me go over another one. Another Warren Buffett quote. Not watering your weeds and not holding on to losers is another one. But with volatility, you may have to hold on to some losers this year. They might turn into winners. And just understand, you want to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. That has been the play. So 3 quotes from Warren Buffett. If you're not willing to hold a stock for 10 years, don't hold it for 10 minutes. Don't water your weeds, but you might have to in the short term because they may be winners. Okay? And be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. That's just the simple fact of the market. Now, they told us the Magnificent Seven were the only reason the market was up. It's simply not true. Only 2 of the Mag 7 last year beat the S&P. Okay? I am still a believer in the Mag 7, but I want to point out some other people. Okay? This is Karen Finnerman. This was a phenomenal thread right here. It is about her 2025, how she won on Google and how the Google case is still going strong, how she won on Citi, how she won on Baba. And then the collars around NVIDIA, Dell, AMD, CoreWeave, the bad Dell, Zillow, Abercrombie and Finch. Yeah. She goes over everything. This is the stuff that I do in my journal as well. That's the stuff that I suggest you do. If you have any questions about your own portfolio, go and look at your own journal. And then I love Dan Niles' take. More details on the 2026 big winners. He has this one, by the way. I will let you do your research. PI is the symbol. RFID tech at an inflection point. That's the only one in this list I didn't know anything about that I found interesting. PI. In late 2024, the largest pure U.S. grocery chain, Kroger, followed by Walmart in October of 2025, announced usage of this technology. It could be a big one. But again, find the people that you like and follow them. And I said 2026 would be a volatile year, but Friday was nuts. Let's just go and look at Friday's price action. We're going to go 5-minute chart and we'll put on the pre-market because Friday you wound up. You were way up on the market. And then all of a sudden, by about 10 o'clock, oh shit, we're way down. And then the market had a recovery around 1 o'clock. It's going to be a wild ride. But you've got to pick your winners. A couple of the winners, Micron, SanDisk, things that I have on my watch list, and VRT and Novartis is on my watch list. And BMNR, clearly people are getting back into that particular ETF. It's a Ethereum Trust, BMNR. It is a Tom Lee one. I'm going to get back in. I'm still locked out because of tax law harvesting, but I have a reminder on my calendar to buy it when I can, and I will. And the AI chip manufacturing. Infrastructure. Oh, that article that I just closed, Micron Intel, it wound up. In fact, I found two, okay? That was Micron. That was a thing on Micron. I found two leveraged ETFs on Micron. This was up 20% on Friday. 20% on Friday. It's up 4% in pre-market. It's a strong buy in the quant. MUU. This one, double leveraged ETF. And then there's MULL. Same thing. Different strategy, different calculation, but they're up about the same. In 1 year, this is up 637%. Okay? Find a strategy that works. Maybe it's the 4-hour algorithm because Micron right here traded down, bought it. But I would have been better off buying MUU. Okay. And when you sign up for TrendSpider, you actually get this leveraged ETF list that I have. I just added MUU and MULL to this one. I didn't even know they were around. I just found them randomly. But again, it's a way to leverage into 2026 because if you see all of a sudden Micron takes a deep dive, and it very well likely could, this may be a way to actually boost your return. It's going to boost your losses if it goes the wrong way. So understand what you're doing. I would suggest having a strategy that works. And again, on Linktree, you can sign up for TrendSpider. It's on sale. You can get it for $50 a month right there for the standard plan. When you sign up for the annual plan, you get my 4-hour algorithm. You get all the tools that I've developed. Okay. And AI trading is going to be crazy this year. You're going to hear a ton about this. And Grok is winning. Okay. That's winning the AI trade. With all of this, again, Grok is winning. You could literally go to Grok and ask it the calculation and what prompts you should use to try and mimic this portfolio. Might not be a bad idea. Learn how to use AI. And with all of this, with the U.S. now occupying Venezuela, here you go. This is the best AI out there. It is Sidekick from TrendSpider. And you get it when you sign up for TrendSpider. You'll see it in the upper right-hand corner right there. You can use Sidekick. It is a walled garden of data. And it has done a phenomenal job of predicting which stocks are the best ones. And yesterday, as we were invading the Venezuela, it predicted SLB, HA Halliburton, and CVX. And they're all up. Again, it gives you the summary. High conviction longs for Monday, SLB, HAL, explosive gap up. Infrastructure play will leverage. CVX, existing joint ventures, immediate production upside, broke 8-week consolidation. It gave you literally the play and how to do it. So let's go over again. And this one, watch lists. I want to talk to you about watch lists because you should have them. And if you look at my over here, I have these portfolios. This is filled with watch lists here. Okay, I have a ton of watch lists in both Seeking Alpha and TrendSpider. I have a ton of them. I try and keep them up to date. I know which ones I want to look at, but I'm not the best at organizing. Here's the top 3 stocks to watch in each growth sector: AI infrastructure, AI chips, AI networking, AI cloud, power grid, nuclear, robotics, drones. They built a watch list for you. Put these in a watch list. Figure out your own organization structure and how you're going to act on these things. That is the key hack to 2026. Having these things at your disposal. Now, I want to talk to you about the Pro Quant portfolio. So I just got this, I think in November, somewhere in October, and I've been playing with it. It is very similar, and it may look exactly like Alpha Picks. Over here on the left-hand side of Seeking Alpha, you'll see I have this Pro section, and I have Alpha Picks down here. The Pro Quant portfolio, it comes with your top analyst ideas, the actual portfolio, which is an equal weighted portfolio, upgrades and downgrades. This is the section that actually yesterday, the quant goes through and says anything that was upgraded or downgraded, any stock, whether you're following it or not, it's all in there in real time. So you want to find a stock like Micron, which switched to strong buy at like $10, $15, and now it's up at like $300. You want to find that, it's in there. Exclusive Pro Quant coverage and then short ideas. But I want to talk to you about this portfolio because it's an interesting portfolio. A lot of the Pro Quant portfolio stocks wind up in Alpha Picks. It's not always that they do it, but it's an equal weight portfolio. So comparing this to SPY is not likely. Okay, if I did compare since June of 2025 when the Pro Quant portfolio started, I compared it to SPY. So this portfolio has a 25% return. SPY has a 10% return since its inception. It's not fair because this is an equal weighted portfolio. So it is outperforming the equal weight the RSP. Okay, the interesting part of this was not that how we perform and how they say, hey, we design to outperform the RSP and it's managed by valuation, growth, profitability. Again, this is a portfolio. The interesting part was this, the case for including small cap stocks in the portfolio. Okay. I thought this was super interesting because I think in 2026, you're going to see the rise of small caps. It has underperformed. We saw the outperformance of international last year. You're starting to see this one start to come into play. This IWM is an ETF, the Russell 2000, that's small caps. But due to higher volatility and risk, small caps are not for everybody. When an investment research firm issues a small cap recommendation, the stock can surge quickly, and that's true. Due to low liquidity, investors should assess their risk tolerance as small caps can offer significant upside, and we see this. And well, I should say I see this in the Pro Quant portfolio. Holy crap. Sometimes when they pick a stock on a Monday when they deliver it, it goes up. Now, not everybody's using this the way it was necessarily intended, but I thought this was super interesting. The interesting part of this case is that IWM, during the time that this portfolio was done, June of 2025, IWM is up 12% in the 6 months. This one is up 25%. So it's a better portfolio. Again, it's not for everybody. But if you go to Linktree and you want to try this, it is down here. Okay, it's the 5th link. I find it interesting, but I am an affiliate. I don't pay for this. If I had to pay for it, I probably wouldn't. But you get a trial for a month at $90. If you're somebody who's trading on a daily basis and thinks that some of these ideas might help you, Again, the goal would be to make the dollar amount per month that you're paying, or the dollar amount per year that you're paying. I think it's like $2,000 per year, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it is expensive, but I wanted to give you that idea because 2026, we're going to have these super highs and super lows, and I could predict that. This is going to be a portfolio for the paid subscribers of the newsletter that I'm going to try and focus on with some ideas. I may not reference it directly, but I may include that in the paid portfolio, the paid newsletter. So if you look at the paid newsletter, again, it's at dailystockpick.substack.com. Support me. Don't subscribe because I'm going to blow away the S&P, because obviously last year I didn't. So I'm just a guy that's here for ideas. There are plenty of people in this audience that did far better than me. That probably your money should be put, if you wanted to just follow somebody, you could follow them. But again, my ideas are my ideas, and my management is my management. I am not, if I were 20 years old, I guarantee you last year I would have made 200%. If I had $2,000 in the bank and I just needed to turn it into like 4,000, I guarantee you last year I could have done that. But my whole portfolio is not managed that way. Now, this particular portfolio, this might be a great portfolio for you. This is the Google TPU ecosystem. And now I go over this a lot. AVGO, I got out at 170. I should have held on to it. Lesson learned. CLS, I own it in a big way. One that I'm going to get into, and why? It's because when I go over here and I look at the top quant stocks by market cap, guess what's been number one? LITE. And it's been there ever since. We can go and look when it turned into like a super strong buy, 342. It's trading at 386 right now. But you can go way back here, way back. I mean, let's look. This is 4.8, 4.7. It went strong buy in May of last year at a 4.69 and got to 4.8 at $77. Where you're trading right now, 386. How's that for something that looks really good and is the top one? And again, if you look at this ecosystem, it's in the Google TPU ecosystem. Optical networking and components connecting TPU pods across data centers. That is one that I have on a watch list. How'd I find it? Well, I simply went to home here, and it's been in my face for a long time. You've got a whole list here of stocks that you can investigate. So again, take those and move on. And if you're buying Micron here and you're thinking about that double leveraged ETF, think again. I mean, today it's up. But TrendSpider's pointing out there's an RSI issue and there's bearish capitulation right now. So do you want to buy at these levels? Micron, we can go and look at that. I just pointed out how you could have doubled your money since December 19th. You're seeing this one up in pre-market. It's up 2.75%. Would I get out of it now? No. I'm trading this one on the 4-hour algorithm. Why? Because you can see the performance right there. The performance of the 4-hour algorithm makes you 299% over the last 24 months. Buying and holding has made you 261%. You win 46% of the time. There are, 24 positions traded. Your average win, 24.68%. That's the way I'm trading this one. So again, bearish capitulation doesn't get me out, even though it's a tool. I want to know that this is out there. And so I follow TrendSpider on X, Twitter, tomato, whatever you want to call it. Now, you may be saying, well, I'm retired. I need some income. JP Morgan's top income stocks. What's number one? Apollo, Real Estate Financial, REITs. They haven't performed well at all. Maybe that's something that turns around. We're seeing Exxon, which was released. Boy, don't you wish you would have been able to get that at 119? You've had the opportunity to get Exxon. I've been saying this one until it gets through 120. Well, it pulled back there on Friday at 119. You had the opportunity to read this and buy it at 119. Starwood Trust. Again, these are income. These are income, the top 10 income stocks. I don't think it's 10 top income stocks. But again, use the tools that you have. Find a way to put them in place. Alpha picks. We had a new alpha pick on Friday. We're going to get the top 10 stocks. At the beginning of this podcast, I gave you the no-nonsense view of how to start out your 2026 because 2023 worked out fantastic for me. I wasn't in these top 10 stocks. I would have been happier had I been. 2024, I was in these top 10 stocks. I loved it. They were up to 324%. 2025, I did phenomenally with the top 10 and top second half stocks. I took a couple of losses. The gains far outweighed the losses. It's not 100%. He gives you the list. He knows that the portfolio outperforms. So even the losers, it's the gainers that really win. And he's got this crazy ability to do this. So again, I will be there at noontime tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. I will be on Substack. Okay, the newsletter. I will be on Substack. If you are a paid member, join me. 9 a.m. I'm going to try and put out a paid podcast tonight so that we can discuss it tomorrow during office hours. I may even invite people on camera with me. But again, I will just be joining on my phone, just discussing things. So if you have questions for me and want me to discuss them, join me on Substack tomorrow. It's for paid newsletter subscribers. I don't want you to think that you're going to get some enlightenment. But if you have questions and want to ask them, you can simply ask me live on Substack. So any other questions you have, again, my email address is up here on Linktree. Everything's on Linktree. It's not a place you download. It's not an app you download. It's where you get all the links for the podcast. And if you just want to subscribe to the newsletter has all the links too. You can just subscribe there. I will talk to you tomorrow. See you, bye. Okay, that was a pretty long episode. I don't know if it was a good one, but I definitely preached. I was expecting, like Snoop has his Don the Magic Wand behind him going, say it. I was expecting somebody to come up. Larry said it. I was expecting someone to come up behind me and go, say it. Preach, brother. Say it. Let me put this in here. Let's see. I have to colorize it a little bit. Okay. Boom. I should put up a big banner of Steve Kress. I think I went over it enough. Thanks, Larry. I've definitely got more energy here than in New Jersey. Because I can yell here. I can't yell at my parents' house. My parents come out and, what's wrong? What's wrong? I like this title. I'm going to put this title in. Copy. Oh, come on. Export file. Oh, no. In May of last year, at a 4.69 and got here way back. I mean, okay. This is 4. That's fine. 4.7. Dude. I thought I didn't green screen them. We got to do a YouTube thumbnail. Wah, wah. Let's just do this one. Subscribe, and we'll say elements uploads. Let's see. I know I've got, let me see. Library. View all. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. No, I don't like that one. Let's see. Let's download this. Download, and then we'll upload. And put this in, and then edit. Magic grab. I'm gonna grab this one. No, I like this one. No. I'm fucking everything up. Edit. Magic grab, and we'll choose that one. Grab. And we will. There we go. Take that out. I think I need to. And think I need to upscale. Let's see. I think there's an image upscaler. Image upscale. There we go. 8 times upscale. Yeah, I think JP Morgan, they're bland for a reason. I don't think JP Morgan's going to come out and go, Oklo. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Oh, replace, yeah. Wait, is it worse after? Oh, it is. It's upscaled. Okay, let's see. What's gonna be the title? Daily stock pick. that out there. Do I have a micron? I think I do have a micron. Wah, 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 wah. There we go. Let's go to one color. We'll change this. Oh, can I just change this to white then? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sweet. Oh no. We're gonna say no. Ugh. Let's see. There we go. And oh. Now I'm just screwing everything up. One. And we'll put in TrendSpider logo. And Seeking Alpha logo. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. I think I want to move these. Group. And we'll move this down here. Move those down there. And then there we go. Download. And then I think the episode is already uploaded. Or is it already exported? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now I gotta upload to, let me make sure. Oh, my buddy called me. I have a new dishwasher coming in today. I don't know that I have a best pick. Man, I don't know. 2026 is going to be a... I think I'll wait until Steve's thing. I think Micron might be a very good one. I did buy, Larry, just so you know, if you want to check the paid newsletter chat, I did buy a stock on Friday that I entered. I don't know. Let me see how it's doing. I'm going to look it up. Seeking alpha. And then let's see. I think it's up. I got in at I think I got in at like 172. And it's at 180 right now. So, I don't think ASML, I don't think that's a bad one at all. I just don't think I have one that I think... I mean, VRT might be not VRT, VST. VST might be. I mean, even though it's got an F and the momentum, this one might be a really, really good one. TLN. I mean, you know, how did I find TLN? It was just by going to this list, and then you go to CEPU. This one's got the best quant rating. It's 2.75 billion. I don't like the fact that there's 3 analysts that cover this. So when I was looking at power, I like independent power. You know, IREN. That's one that could be a top one. But ASML, I wouldn't put it past it. That's a Wall Street has about the price for it. I could see it splitting at some point. But you got a 1-year performance of 66%. Its valuation a little bit stretched. And I think this one falls into the situation of similar to Micron. And why I love Micron, and I think it's still cheap, and I think it's there. I'm questioning if they're sold out of 2026, where's their pricing power? I mean, that would be my question. So ASML, same kind of thing. If they open up China, and I think ASML is able to sell some of their stuff into China, I just don't know enough about that whole business. But good God, I mean, the fab business is going to be tremendous. So I don't think it's a bad play. Again, I'm always concerned about, we were up 66% last year. That kind of worries me sometimes. So, okay. Let's put this. Let's go over here. And I want to pull up the episode so I can copy and paste. Episodes. There's a comment, new comment in here. I don't know why there's a new comment, but I was pretty happy with my performance last year. I mean, I made a lot of money, so in March, I think I explained it on Friday, but in March, man, I paid so much money in taxes and pulled out so much money to throw into a real estate investment thing. Generate an SEO. There we go. We'll take this and put this over here. And then bold, and then we're gonna say, what's like the summary of this episode? Let me see. I think I do have. Copy link. What does this lead to? No. Charts. Oh man, I gotta get the. It's just this. Let's just do this. Copy. And then we'll change the affiliate link. This is always a process. I trimmed my IREN position. I'm still way up on it. Okay. And we'll upload this one. Copy. And we will create, upload video. One. Okay, let's see. We're gonna copy and then copy, paste. This one, is it ready? Yes. And we will go 3. Waveform editor's not available yet. Seeking alpha bundle. Man, there is a dog snoring. I don't know if you can hear it. Alpha picks. Copy. Seeking alpha premium. And then pro. Copy. Episode summary. Oh, I gotta do. Upload file. Downloaded. Okay. Select playlist. Daily podcast recordings. Do paid promotion. No, it's not altered. Next. On. I think I made $69 last month from YouTube. So I don't know why I even put, I mean, it's a major pain in the ass uploading to YouTube and getting all the stuff that they have and publish. And then we're going to go 3 waveform editor. Yeah, AMD's been going really well. I mean, I'm doing well on AMD. I'm not going to lie. I mean, AMD has been a... do AMD. There we go. 220 and it's at 230. So trimming at that 260 mark, 270 mark was the right call. And now it's just kind of up there. I would say that 227, hopefully it provides some support. It's still stretched from a weekly standpoint, but it doesn't mean that it can't go up. So I'm just watching it kind of closely. Let me close that. Let me just start uploading this to the create new video post, and desktop will take that. I'm still two. Okay. Save. Next. Oh, I gotta give my dog her pill. Okay. Yes, Lisa and Jensen, I think, they might be on the same day at CES. I don't know. I forgive me if I'm wrong, but I do think that CES is a huge deal. I like this. So Fatima said, with all the tools you're using and promoting, I would have expected a much larger game. I think that that proves that people don't need a system, especially not with all the free AI tools that exist today. I replied back, I say it all the time. I made millions of dollars without these tools. And then Steve replied back, in other words, a monkey shooting darts probably did better than you, correct? And I said, anyone who's bold enough to put their name twice in their username probably did. But if you think I'm upset with a 7-figure annual gain in my portfolio, you're wrong. My guess is that monkey shooting darts probably won't protect their portfolio as well as I did. It's about risk and reward. If the monkey takes the risk, last year they got the reward. So... Yes. So, Wendy, my understanding of both NVIDIA and AMD is that the reason to, I thought I was seeing a cut up there or something. The reason that all of these hyperscalers are going to actually upgrade the chips is because the power savings is going to be that incrementally good over the years. So, for instance, let's just say, and let's just play devil's advocate here. You pay $100 for your electric bill every month. And there's a tool out there that can upgrade to say, and it costs $500. Will you pay $500 to save $100 a year? Well, your payback's 5 years. It makes sense if the tool is going to work for 5 years. If the tool only really works for 2 years and you have to upgrade again, it's not. The power savings is from Blackwell to the next one, Rubin, I think that it is like 20-25%. So in that case, yeah, Michael Burry's logic that they're not going to upgrade and that these chips are good enough, the power savings saves you money. So you're going to put things in and you're going to spend the money to actually put it in to do the power savings. That's the logic of like all of these chip companies is as long as we continue to get better, we're going to continue to make the sales and they will upgrade. Now, it doesn't mean those chips come out. It just means that you have more compute power and you put that in and it's not costing you as much going forward. At some point in time, you do run into how much is too much? And you ran into that with the dark fiber back in the 2000s. Where all of these companies, and I remember this because I was running a cable company back in 2000, and we were saying, hey, we want to put fiber in. We want fiber. And so all of these companies were like bidding to put fiber in, and we were paying them to put fiber in. And we laid a bunch of fiber, and a lot of that fiber wound up not doing anything for years. And then once we had high-speed internet, well laid out, then the hospitals wanted fiber. Then the local mall wanted fiber. So it was a good thing that we laid it. It just was probably 5 to 10 years too early to actually use the amount that was put into the ground. So it's kind of a, it's not a great thing. It's not a horrible thing. Let me see. I got to check my account. Ooh. I'm only up 0.44, and that most likely is yes, Apple is down. Happy New Year, Dominic. Here's my, and for anybody that stuck around this long and is listening, my take on AI in the new year is that there's 2 billion Apple devices. Name an AI tool that's going to launch around that. And if you launch an AI app, okay, or a tool or something out there, it's got to be on iOS to be successful. Even ChatGPT is on iOS, and guess what? They're paying 30% to Apple. And guess what? If Apple actually gets Siri correct, you got 1 billion devices that need to be upgraded to use the new Siri, which would spur a new iPhone super cycle. If they get, I think Samsung announced that they're putting Google Gemini on some additional Samsung products, and they're trying to expand Google Gemini. In my mind, if they get it right, that would mean some people may leave the Apple ecosystem. I still don't get it, but they might actually do it. I just don't like, for me, if you launch an app on Apple, you're with 2 billion people. If you launch an app on Android, talk to a developer. There are 16 different versions of Android that you have to develop for. Do I like Apple? You know, you got a hood up 3%. By the way, I didn't even bring up crypto, but you've got IBIT. You've got IBIT turning around. You've got ETHA, which, by the way, I have to put into the core portfolio. You got ETHA turning around. This one's up, let's see, to 1%. So, morning and happy new year, Dominic. So I'm a fan of Apple in the AI world, and it might be GE, the GE of the 2000s. I mean, if you look at GE and we just go to a yearly candle on this one, you look at 2000 and the high was 289. It took 25 years to get higher than 2000. 25 years. I don't think we're heading into that type of thing where Apple on a yearly basis, at some point in time you will be, but that's, for me, that's not a bad chart. Again, at some point in time, maybe it slows down, but that's a pretty damn good looking chart to me. Did you want to be in 2000? No. But when I got in 2004, I mean, we've only broken that 9-day in 2009. So, and I think that was January 2009 that you broke it. So, I'm a pretty big believer that these guys, through stock buybacks and stock manipulation, can bolster your value. So, okay, and with that, I am out. I will see you guys tomorrow. See you, bye.
Trading bell, my heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.